Hi, it's John. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my mobile studio setup that I use for when I'm traveling mainly, or when I'm not in my studio and like in a different room so that I can record my music. So I'm just going to take you through the setup. So first we have the microphone. Apologies for the traffic noise in the background, it's a bit busy today. So yeah, this is the, I don't know if you can see, this is the SM58 by Shure, and it's quite a clear microphone. So I just have this running on my microphone stand, and it comes into my my vocal compressor. So this is a DBX 266XS, and what it does is it has like a threshold here which filters out any of the background noise, which is good for when you've got road traffic like I do just now. Then it has a ratio, which is like an expander, and then it has another threshold for when you start compressing, and then the ratio of compression, and then I have it set to dynamic for these two settings here, which are the attack and release, and then finally the output gain. So as you can see from these knobs, I have the ratio up pretty high, so that's quite a lot of compression, and then about medium on the threshold for the noise gate. And what I find really important is that this is taking into account the background noise. So if there's a lot of background noise, like I have traffic outside, then it's a really good idea to make sure you set it right, because the background noise definitely has an effect. Then we have my Tascam Model 12. So what's happening is my audio when I'm singing comes into this mic, goes in through this device here, and then comes back into this lead here, which is my XLR into channel 2. I have it set to medium gain. I do have low cut enabled, takes out any lower frequencies. It's handy if you step on your mic stand by accident. And then I have the high frequency just turned up very slightly, just focus, and then the medium frequencies just boosted slightly at the top for vocals. And then I usually, on the vocals especially, I tend to have the bass quite loud. And then this is my reverb. So really the only effect I have is compression and then reverb. You'll notice here I don't use the Tascam compression. It's quite good, but it does pick up quite a lot of background noise, and certainly my setup. And then I come down here, I have the vocals. I tend to have the vocals here, and then the guitar, which I come onto. The guitar is just off to the left slightly, and the vocals to the right. And then this is just muted at the moment, but when I'm recording, I'll press this button and record the vocals. Now, with the Model 12, I usually center my vocals around about the 0 mark. So what that means is that if I get my vocal level right, then I tend to position everything else around it, and it's quite good because it gives you space up above and below to increase the vocals, perhaps a quieter verse, especially with my lower notes when I'm singing, and then also to quieten when you're singing quite loud, like in a chorus. So yeah, that's the first setup of vocals. And then I have my guitar. So this is my my beautiful Lindo guitar. It's a Lindo Karma, and the Lindo, like many guitars, has a preamp. There's a preamp there, and you can see the top right knob I have turned over to the right, and the graphic equalizer, I tend to have the bass. It's quite a guitar has quite a lot of treble, and it's good for high notes, so I usually boost the lower frequency. But yeah, it's turned up to the maximum on its pickup, and then the guitar just plugs straight directly into here with its XLR cable into channel 1. Channel 1, I have medium gain, I have low cut enabled, and then these frequencies are pretty much the same, except the bass is again boosted, and then a bit of reverb, if I can even say it. And it tends to be quite a lot louder than the vocals, so I have it turned down a bit lower than the vocals. The vocals are here and the guitar's here. Okay, and then everything routes through the main channels. So as I come through to the other side, these are the effect settings. So I have, if I can remember how to do this, because I don't change it much. Yeah, if I click select, it shows here the reverb setting I use. So it's the live. There's many different settings you can use, and this is live with 2.7 seconds. I don't know if that's milliseconds, maybe seconds. A reverb effect. And so when you're controlling this is like the effect level for the overall mix, and so it means that you can have it kind of really loud or really quiet. And what I tend to do is, when I recorded a song today, which was Sparkle Your Way, this is on the vocals, I'd literally just have during the chorus, I would have it set to here on my reverb, and then during the verse, have it set to about 0, and then turn it up to about here, just above this line, for the chorus. So just changing it by that much gives quite a lot more depth. And then the other channels I have, so this channel I have as a repeat setup for the first channel, and so this is, for the second channel. So this is for my backup vocals. So everything should be the same, but my backing vocals have the reverb all the way up, and then sometimes I just turn down the bass as well. As you can see, it's slightly lower. And then if I'm playing lead guitar, so this is lead acoustic, my mobile setup, this is repeating, really a repeat setup of the first channel. And so here I'll go through, and everything's pretty much the same. I think I have bass really removed as I'm playing higher notes. So if you compare the two, this is the main one here. It's much lower, and then I'll have this really turned back for the lead guitar. And then everything else is the same. And also another thing I do is when I'm not singing in a track, I'll make sure that, so these two would be disabled during, it'd be muted when I'm not singing, and that just helps remove any background noise, especially at the beginning and then right at the end when you notice it the most. So yeah, everything routes through the main channel, and then I just record. So I won't go through the recording just now, that'll be in another video, but I have many of my songs here, and what I do each day is I just create a new track, and I also use the metronome here, so you can press this and you can see that the levels are going up and down, and I just listen to them in my headphones. You'll see me in videos in my mobile setup using these really cheap little like Bud headphones. You can hear it clicking away on the clicking on the metronome. Of course, there's my compulsory coffee. Yeah, so that's it. And then my camera, I just have set up on this little cheap tripod sat in front of me, and I have a light which is slightly flickering. Also, the sunlight is just behind this light, which means that it casts that directly onto your face and body. And then behind me is just a hung up backdrop, which I change all the time. I just picked that up from Amazon. But yeah, the Model 12 I really love it. It has a lot of great features like metronome. It has Bluetooth, so you can play like music or drums, etc. from your phone directly into here. And it comes into this channel, and then you can record it and mix it. And it allows me to also record more tracks, so I can bring along my bass or just add more like percussion, whatever I want to. Yeah, that's it. Just a quick tour. I wanted to show you my mobile setup, as I'll also be showing you a more detailed version of my studio setup, and including how I record. It's really the same process, but I just wanted to take you through these settings. So thank you for watching. Sending my love from Scotland.